In 2010, an eccentric millionaire hid something in the Rocky Mountains, something that would ignite a worldwide hunt. A treasure chest filled with gold, jewels, and artifacts worth millions. And for nearly a decade, people risked everything trying to find it. This is the story of Forrest Fenn and his legendary treasure. A story of obsession, adventure, and sometimes tragedy. Forrest Fenn was a man who lived life on his own terms. A Vietnam veteran, art dealer, and author, he grew up in Missouri and eventually settled in Santa Fe, New Mexico. He loved adventure, the outdoors, and the thrill of the unknown. But in 1988, a life-altering event happened. Fenn was diagnosed with cancer. He survived, but it changed him. He decided that life should be lived fully, and that one day he wanted to hide something that would inspire people to get out into the world, explore, and chase adventure. This wasn't just a treasure for money, it was a treasure for the soul, as he often said. In 2010, Fenn published a memoir titled The Thrill of the Chase. Hidden within its pages was a poem 9 lines long that contained cryptic clues. A map to the treasure he had hidden somewhere in the Rocky Mountains. He claimed the chest contained gold coins, precious gems, historical artifacts, jewelry he had collected over decades. The chest itself was about 20 inches long, 10 inches wide, and 10 inches deep, small enough to be hidden, but large enough to be significant. And then he said something chilling. "I promise you this, the treasure exists. People have looked, and people will die looking." That last line would turn out to be more true than anyone expected. Soon, the story went viral. Newspapers, magazines, and online forums exploded with speculation. Treasure hunters of all ages, from all over the globe, flocked to the Rocky Mountains. Some had decades of wilderness experience. Others had never even camped overnight. They pored over Fenn's poem. Begin it where warm waters halt and take it in the canyon down. Not far, but too far to walk. Put in below the home of Brown. Each line became a puzzle, a cryptic riddle to decode the chest's location. Maps were drawn. Theories were argued online. Some thought it was in Colorado. Others claimed Wyoming or Montana, but no one knew for sure. The hunt quickly proved to be more dangerous than most imagined. Hikers navigated rugged terrain, freezing rivers, and high altitudes. Some underestimated the wilderness entirely. By 2013, at least 4 people had died while searching for Fenn's treasure. Most drowned in rivers, some fell from cliffs, and others got lost in the wilderness. The allure of untold wealth, combined with cryptic clues, made people take risks they never would have otherwise. Some became obsessed, spending years following leads, studying maps, and retracing Fenn's life story. The search was no longer just a game. It was a test of courage, intelligence, and endurance. Forrest Fenn gave the world only a handful of hints over the years. He told journalists, "The treasure is not buried in Mexico or Canada. It's in the U.S., it's within a few miles of where he had lived and hiked." He didn't hide it in a building, it's in the wilderness. Despite the clues, thousands of people wandered aimlessly. Rivers were crossed without caution. Forests were combed for months. Some hunters spent their life savings on the adventure. The poem became a study in obsession. Cryptographers, hikers, and even amateur sleuths dissected every line. Every theory had supporters. Every wrong turn brought disappointment, and sometimes tragedy. By 2015, Fenn's treasure hunt had become an international phenomenon. Reddit threads were dedicated to solving the poem. YouTube videos analyzed each word, each line, each historical reference. Documentaries were filmed. Books were written. Everyone wanted to be the one who found it. The treasure wasn't just gold, it was legendary, a symbol of adventure in a world of screens and monotony. People from all walks of life hiked mountains, crossed rivers, and risked life and limb chasing an idea that somewhere, hidden among rocks and trees, was a chest waiting for the worthy. The search wasn't without its costs. One hiker drowned in icy waters while trying to follow a clue. Another fell from a cliff during a night search. In total, at least 5 to 6 deaths were officially linked to the hunt. Some families blamed Fenn, calling him reckless for sparking such dangerous obsession. Fenn responded in interviews, "I never told anyone where it was. I never made anyone go. It was a challenge, a gift of adventure. If people died, it was their own choice to go looking." The controversy added fuel to the legend. Was it a noble quest or a dangerous game he shouldn't have started? After almost 9 years of searching, in June 2020, a man from Florida claimed he had found Fenn's treasure. The man, whose identity was kept private, said he stumbled upon the chest while hiking in Wyoming. Inside were gold coins, gems, and artifacts, exactly as Fenn had described. For many, the treasure's discovery ended the mystery. For others, it marked the beginning of new questions. Was it really the original chest? Had others come close before and failed? And most importantly, what did it feel like to finally succeed where so many had failed? Fenn himself confirmed the find shortly after. At age 89, he passed away in 2020, knowing his challenge had finally ended. The story of Forrest Fenn and his treasure is more than gold. It inspired millions to hike, explore, and embrace adventure. It sparked a worldwide community of amateur sleuths and outdoor enthusiasts. The poem became a symbol, a test of intelligence, patience, and courage. It taught people that the real treasure wasn't just in the chest. It was in the journey, the rivers crossed, mountains climbed, and risks taken. Even after the chest was found, the legend lives on. Forums still debate the clues. Videos analyze the poem. Books chronicle the hunt. And somewhere in the Rockies, Fenn's spirit lingers, a reminder of the thrill of the chase. Forrest Fenn once said, "The treasure exists. People have looked, and people will die looking." He was right. The hunt was dangerous, obsessive, and thrilling. But for those who dared, it became a life-changing adventure. The treasure of Forrest Fenn wasn't just about gold or jewels. It was about courage, curiosity, and the human desire to chase the unknown. And that is a treasure we all can carry in our hearts.